Oi oi! Hey, and welcome to the Derv Derp channel. My name is Skeener. To my right over there is Derv Derp. We even have someone in the chat claiming to be an expert on Bad Santa, saying they know everything. Well, we'll see about that. We just watched Bad Santa 2 for the first time. After watching Bad Santa yesterday, of course, which is a
You said no ranting.
fucking great movie. We can rant all we want. What is it? Now. They're ranting near Christmas is a way to get coal in your stuff. Oh, I will rant all I want. I need that coal. I need to stay warm. By the way, how's your team doing right now? I mean, the real life team. I got Mike Evans on a bunch of my leagues. I need him to step up. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, guys. Anyways, down by 9. All right. Oh, sorry if you're behind or whatever. My bad. Down by 69. Cool. What are we talking about? Oh, yes, Bad Santa 2. Ha ha ha. Well, let's get right into it, shall we? It's definitely not as good as the first one, but it does have some substance to it. It is watchable, but only kind of once ish thing. Maybe every blue moon, but Bad Santa is like where it's at. But let's do a quick synopsis and we'll get into what scenes we thought were the best and give a rating.
Mike
So,
said it's a rebuilding year, gotta learn the new playbook, just like for fantasy teams.
we're not rebuilding, we're reloading. Yeah! Okay. Anyways, starts off with Willie, and he's a bum again. He's in either Las Vegas or Arizona, I can't remember. But he's a valet, and he notices a woman breastfeeding, and he crashes a car and loses his job. And now he's working at Walmart, and he's very suicidal. He's behind on all his bills. He can't even watch his porno because he's behind on those bills as well. Late payments, of course, and he tries to stick his head in an oven, and obviously didn't work. He's a giant pussy. Um, Big old bum. Yes, exactly. And that's what he likes. He likes bums as well. As we will learn later, he kind of grew up on that shit. Anyways, he's suicidal and he tries to put his head in the oven. Uh, that fails, so he tries to hang himself. And when you know it, Thurman Merman comes in. He's like, "Oh,
Big
are
old
you
bum.
Are you stuck in there? Stuck up there?" Um, uh, he delivers a package to Mr. Willie, and there's a bunch of money in it, and it's Marcus. Marcus sends him a package, so he goes to meet Marcus, and Marcus tells him, "Hey, there's a job in Chicago. Let's do this job, and it'll be fun because you're obviously thinking about committing suicide right now. So yeah, come to Chicago, do this job." Then we get the quote, "You are the he Marcus or Willie makes fun of Marcus. He's like, "You are the Negro land of Oz." Yeah, that's one of the quotes. Isn't that fun? Isn't that hilarious, kids? Um, yeah, they kind of try to go over the top with their insults. A lot of it works, but it can be it's like they're relying too much on their insults in these conversations. These conversations don't really mean anything. Not like the first one. Uh, And oh yeah, of course, Thurman Merman says, "Oh, he's 21 to Willie, and he's ready to have his cherry be popped." Willie, not understanding this, says, "No, no, kid, I can't pop your cherry. I'm a guy. You got to get a woman." So he hires Opal, the prostitute from the first one, and offers her $20 to pop his cherry, and rightly so, Thurman runs away. Um, Anyways, so that's funny. It's fun seeing Thurman. He likes sandwiches, just like his grandmother.
He even offers to make the prostitute a sandwich.
Yeah, do you want to make? He works at a sandwich shop, of course, and he's obsessed with nothing but sandwiches. That's actually a really good D&D character. Have a really dumb character be like, "Oh, that's not how you make a sandwich. You gotta use bread. You're silly." I keep burning my hands in the oven. A fellow employee of mine told me to put butter on my hands, but butter only goes on food. It doesn't go on hands. You can't eat hands. Okay, that's what he says in the thing. I love Thurman Merman, by the way. Even in this one, he's still great. He's still the same guy, kind of guy. He never really matured or anything. He doesn't know anything but sandwiches and Santa, and that's pretty much it. Um,
He needs to be in more.
yeah, he does. Anyways, there's a job in Chicago, so he goes to Chicago with Marcus, and he sees the charity. It's a charity that they're going to steal from, and he's hesitant. Willie's hesitant about going inside, uh, and we meet. This is where we meet Diane. She's the redhead. She's in charge of this place, and then he sees the person who is came up with this plan. His mom, played by Kathy Bates. I don't know her name. I just referred to her. What?
Sonny.
Sonny. Well, I just referred to her as mom, so we're gonna do that. And immediately upon seeing her, he slaps her right across the face, and she rightfully so deserves it. There's a lot of back and forth about you're not a real mom. You're a horrible mom. And she's like, yeah, but I'm sick now. I got the Parkinson's. And she keeps coughing and is sick. She's like, this is our one last job. We gotta do it. You know, it's like family bonding time. I've never really spent time with you on Christmas, so we're gonna do this for our bonding, and it's great. Um, so that's fun. So we learn about the company, um, or the charity, and 98. She's been working here for 3 months, so she kind of has the deets on what's going on. There's going to be approximately $2 million in the safe. 98% of that goes to the CEO. 2% goes to charity. It's a scam. She understands it's a scam, so it's okay to steal from them. Marcus, um, after he sees his mom, Willie tries to leave. Marcus convinces him, "Don't worry, we'll take the cash and we'll cut your mom out." And he immediately agrees to helping his mom, so that's great. Then we get some information on what Marcus would always do to Willie every time he passed out. Well, he started an Instagram account where he would teabag him. There's lots of pictures, and he has a lot of followers and likes. This is great. This is wonderful. I like this. Because he passes out a lot from drinking. Um, and then Thurman calls him from Arizona or wherever they're at, and he says, "Oh, don't call this number."
I'm pretty sure, Arizona. Wherever they were in the first one.
Yeah. He says, "Hey, don't call this number. You're wasting my minutes. Only call if it's an emergency." He's like, "Oh, okay." And then Thurman's mission, I guess, his goal is now he wants to spend Christmas with Willie because Willie's not going to be in Arizona for Christmas. So now Thurman gets it in his head that he has to go to Chicago, but he doesn't know how to get there because he's not the brightest tool. And, well, he somehow gets there eventually in this movie. And it's
mainly by
funny.
bus.
Yes, he just asks the bus driver, "Does this go to Chicago?" And the bus driver goes, "No, honey, this goes just downtown." He's like, "Is that okay?" And he's like, "Okay." And it's funny, like when he makes it to Chicago eventually, it's cold. Everybody's wearing a hat, gloves, jacket, everything. He has nothing. He just has his, sandwich shirt, which is just a t-shirt and shorts, no hat.
Everybody's just looking at him.
Yeah, but he did put his gloves on, but they're the gloves for making sandwiches, so they're like clear plastic gloves that don't do anything. But yeah. Anyways, that's funny. Uh, then he gets hired as Santa, and Marcus becomes an elf again. Um, as he's ringing the bell, like the
first one is Arizona.
Yeah, basically the plan is to steal this money, is to be Santas and elves, and the mom is Mrs. Santa, and ring that bell and gain money. And the more money they raise, the more they can steal, pretty much. So it's just basically lay low until the time they need to steal the stuff. So there's also a scene where where Marcus scouts the area. He goes into this not a shaft, what it's called, a vent. It's a garbage chute.
Garbage chute. Yep.
He gets up the garbage chute, which is the exit plan, and he's able to get to the vents, and he spies on the CEO's room, where he's actually cheating with another woman. And he also says that, oh yeah, I plan to steal all this money, and I can buy whatever you want. I think it's like the secretary or something that he's screwing. Um, and he gets a video of that, and during that video he gets a call, something about pussy, or a song about pussy, and the CEO gets freaked out, and then he's immediately like, hey, security guard, I need you to spy on these people and get details on them, because I don't trust them. They just
primarily he first wants him to just spy on his wife.
Yeah, because his wife is hanging out with Willie a lot, and well, they're hanging out because actually, there's Willie gets into a fight with another Santa, and he starts fist fighting, and then he gets arrested, of course, because he's an idiot and he's drunk, and Diane bails him out, and she says, well, I'll give you a second chance if you go to AA. So they go to a meeting with AA, and the security guard spies on them and sees this, and the CEO is like, why is my wife with this guy? I don't understand, even though he's cheating on his wife. And we learn that Diane hasn't had sex in 10 years because she's addicted, and Willie comes on to her, and she drives off disgusted, and then like 30 seconds later she comes out, she's like, I need you to fuck me right now. Because she hasn't had sex in 10 years. So sometimes she needs to let off a little steam, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. Jail. Oh, you bailed. Second chance. Oh, this is fun. The shit stick origin. So the mom keeps calling Willie shit stick, and we eventually learn why. It's because when he was younger and he hit puberty, he basically screwed everything, but in the butt. It didn't matter what it was, animals, dolls, whatever he could get his hands on, he would always screw it in the butt, and that's why he would always be with prostitutes and screw me in the butt. That's kind of explains that. It's kind of a funny little detail. It's not mightily important, but we understand why he's now like obsessed with butt stuff, because he just did it. Yeah. Oh, he's saying stuff. Yeah. I don't know if it's important or not. But Monkey D. Luffy. Wow. Let's see. So another thing they have to get is keys. I forget to where that's to get into. I think it's to get into the electric part for the security.
Yeah.
So the security system. There's
Goat Banger.
What?
Goat Banger.
Banger. Oh, he bangs goats. Yeah, he would bang goats. Absolutely. He loved banging goats and the occasional bear. I'm pretty sure. If he didn't, get killed by it. Anyways, so they use the keys to get into the electric box too, so they can shut down the power. And the reboot on the security system takes about 10 minutes, so that's their window to go in, crack the safe, come out, and escape. And
Mike said he's always important.
Who's important? Marcus?
Mike.
Yeah. Of course you're important. You're important. You're important, definitely important to this plot, to the story. You need to come around and say awesome things to add to the entertainment that we're providing. It's pretty great. So we get the Marcus flirt scene. So Marcus sees a different security, the female security guard. She's like a bigger woman, and he's like, hey girl, they're flirting hard. It's like really cheesy and dumb, but he's just like, hey girl, yeah, I can get you. She's like, I'm an A-class girl. I need all the good shit. I need a lobster dinner. And a minute when she said lobster dinner, I was thinking to myself, oh, she's just gonna use him for a free meal. And that's exactly what happens. They go out on a date, and he wants to get up in her pants, and she's like, no, it's because of the height thing. And she's like, no, I can't. But thanks for the lobster though, blah blah blah. And Marcus is all pissed. Um, and during this, the security guard keeps spying on Willie, and he eventually gets the go to run face recognition or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He first is the name. They run the name and they can't find anything, but then they're like, "Oh, we got to do face recognition. Run their faces and see what we get." So that's all going on as they're getting closer and closer to Christmas. Um, we see the AA meeting and uh, yeah, Willie fucks Diane, uh, dirty. Thurman actually makes it to Chicago. I don't know how, but he does. He's just walking in Chicago with no jacket, no anything, and he gets on a rickshaw. And like as soon as he gets on the rickshaw, he's like, "When is it my turn to ride the bike?" And so eventually the guy's just like, he's like, "Hey, do you know Willie?" And he's like, the guy in the rickshaw's like, "No, why the hell would I know Willie?" He's just like, "Oh, okay." he, See, somehow Thurman somehow convinces the rickshaw guy to ride the bike. Immediately, as he starts riding the bike, he's like swerving in the road, and they almost get ran over. He's just like, "Hey, stop riding the bike! I need to ride the bike. Stop it." um, so he eventually finds Willie, and Willie doesn't want to see Thurman like at all. Um, I don't even know when they officially met, but he was out somewhere. Um, but anyways, they find each other, and of course Willie wants to get rid of him. He's like, "Oh, kid,
No,
why did you leave home?"
he calls him on the phone, tells him to go to his mom's house. That's where.
Oh, right, because he used his phone for emergencies. Like,
Yep.
oh yeah, I'm here for. It was a very like heartwarming call, like oh, I'm here because I don't have anyone back home because nobody's there. I want to spend Christmas with my family. And he's like, the best thing about um, losing a family is that when you gain one, you get to choose the people you want to be with. And it just like pulls at Willie's heartstrings. It's just like, oh, I got a job to do, but I want to be there for this kid. um, and then we get one of the and then he puts Thurman in a car, and Thurman's like, "Oh, are we gonna go see the cherry pop ladies?" Oh, that was in the rickshaw. When he gets in the rickshaw, Are we gonna go see the cherry pop ladies? Oh my god, I fucking love Thurman. Uh, then we get a side scene with Mom and Willie bonding time. They are hired to go to this rich house thing where they donate to uh, needy kids or whatever. But they're all rich assholes or whatever, and so he has to sit down with kids, and it's a whole like reiteration of the first one where he has interactions with these kids, and it's like they try to expand it, but it's not as intimate as before. It feels more manufactured, these scenes, and they're still kind of good, but it just doesn't have the same feel. It felt like they were trying to do too many things throughout the movie and trying to copy a lot of things from the movie. Like there's a scene where he's like eating a sandwich. And he turns to his own. He's like, "I'm eating my fucking sandwich," and it's reminiscent of the first movie when he's like, "I'm on my fucking lunch break," where it's more like in your face. Wow, you're not supposed to say that to a kid, but that was 2003. This is 2016, so times have changed. And season 4 of what's that? What's that show called? Resident Alien. All right, season 4 coming. Awesome. Anyways,
I'm just while going. I'm trying to see if any new info.
all right, cool. So they have a little bonding scene, like while he's dealing with the kids, she goes around and steals stuff. She even finds a dildo to steal, and it's a magical dildo that has it just like moves or whatever. She's like looking at it like turn on the battery. She's like, "Ooh, look at it." It's just funny. Um, so they gotta have a little bonding time, and Mom gives Willie a gift. She's like, "Here's a gun. I don't trust that Marcus guy. He tried to kill you that one time, so here's a gun to defend yourself with." Um, so that was nice. I thought it was a taser at first, but no, it's a real gun. Um, Well, then Diane wants to have sex again, so we get a scene where they're in a what's the place where you buy Christmas trees? Like a Christmas tree yard or a tree lot or something.
Tree lot, yep.
Yeah, tree lot, and they're having sex, and he's like, call me Santa, and she's like, oh, okay, well, fuck me Santa, and of course there's like a family on the other side of that tree, and they're like having sex, and they're like pearl clutching, but it just doesn't have the same oomph as it did in the first one. There's none of that shock value that they were going for. It's like instead of like trying something new, they kind of just copied the first one, and it was just like trying to make it bad, but they didn't really set up the other the NPCs. You know,
Mm.
like remember in the first one at the very end, like that kid comes out and he's just like, huh, Santa, and Santa gets shot right in front of him and his brother and sister, and that's funny because it shows them for a little bit. For this one, they started with um, them having sex and then going to the family. I think if they started like with the family, just like, oh hey, Billy, pick out a tree. Oh, this is gonna be so much fun, and then it went to them having sex. I think that would have been a little more better and reminiscent of the first one, and more like an intimate and more of a shocking thing, which is what they're trying to go for. But it just isn't the same. It doesn't have the same feeling. It doesn't have the same shock value, which is what Bad Santa's all about. Um, oh, so that was some fun criticism, wasn't it, folks? All right. Oh, did you say something?
No.
Oh, okay. He's always important. You're right, Mike. You're always important. Elusive, Mr. Elusive. Okay. Um, and then Sherman, Thurman Merman comes back to the house, and he's like, "Oh, Grandma Willie," and she's paranoid. She hears the knocking, and she pulls out a gun, and she's about to shoot him, but it's just Thurman, and she doesn't know who it is. And like later on in that scene, they're watching like a cooking show, and it's like a piece of meat. It's like a piece of meat with like butter and chives on it or whatever, and it's put down on a plate. And Thurman goes, "That's not how you serve a sandwich," because he's super obsessed with sandwiches. God damn it, Thurman's so good. That's what's actually saved this movie. If there was no Thurman in it, if they didn't bring that kid back, this movie wouldn't be like any good at all. I mean, it's not very good, but it would have been even worse, even with Billy Bob Thornton in it. Um,
Which he looks really good in this one. He
yeah,
lost a lot of weight.
he lost weight and he has hair because he's not wearing a Santa hat at all times. Um, but even his character, it's like his character didn't really develop. They just like added a mom, and it was just like, oh, here's some shit he did when he was a kid. But as a character, he didn't really grow. He didn't really like learn anything. It was just like him, like, oh, I don't care about you, kid. It's been like X amount of years, and then at the end, he's just like, oh, I like you, kid. You're part of my family, kind of thing. But yeah, it doesn't have the same feeling. But anyways, yes, he was obsessed with sandwiches. I wrote down good job with Thurman's character. Very good job. I think we just discussed that. Sorry about that. Oh, and then Willie is now tasked to have sex with the security guard, and mission accomplished when he puts his dick up her butt. Steals the keys, and that's all we need from her. Whatever. Um, uh, Thurman is taken. Then Thurman is taken to the shelter. Willie actually wants to abandon him at a laundromat where they're like just sitting and waiting for stuff. Um, but he just can't do it. He wants to do it, but he can't do it, even though the kid is drooling and sleeping on this random bench in this random laundromat. He just can't do it to himself. So instead of that, he takes him to a shelter where there's a bunch of other Santas, and there's one Santa that's masturbating, and another Santa that's looking at that Santa masturbating. He's like, you shouldn't probably go over there. It's probably a bad spot. Oh, that guy's vomiting. You should probably shouldn't go there either. You just stay here in the front, and not really talk to anyone because he's got sarcasm weird. But anyways, that was that scene. Then we get think it was after um, Willie fucks his security guard. Marcus gets really pissed at him, and they have a fight. And the mom goes, "I think we should kick it. We should kick him out, cut him out of the deal. Everybody's innocent until proven guilty, unless they're guilty." Okay, and then we get a really nice scene, um, like a pure innocent scene when Thurman sees the choir of the kids choir, and he's like, "Oh, you guys sing so good. Can I join your choir?" kind of thing, and he says it in like an idiotic way, like a very innocent way, and he basically interrupts them as they're singing. He's like, "Oh, what I got to sing? We got to sing this one and this one and this one," and he joins the choir, and he immediately invites Willie to the concert that they're gonna go to, and during that concert is when they're gonna steal the money, and so the mom doesn't want him to go, and Willie's like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna go to it," but he ends up going to it and watching Thurman, and when Thurman sees Willie, Thurman actually sings better. He has his own solo, and he sings very well. I don't know. I doubt that's him actually singing, but it sounds very good. Um, so that's really nice to see, and you can see Willie's heartstrings being pulled. Um, anyways, that's when the mission starts. The lights go out, turn back up, and at the exact same time, the security guard finds out who Marcus really are. That they're thieves that were in Arizona and they were going around stealing stuff and they're wanted and stuff. And so now everybody's on the lookout, and he's like, "Oh, get the security tapes," and because the power went out, the reboot takes 10 minutes, and they immediately take the money out of the safe and they escape down the garbage chute, being chased, and then we get the betrayal scene where Marcus has the money, pulls out a gun on Willie. Willie's like, "Are you serious?" I think this was as immediately when he opened the safe, they did that. But they're holding guns to each other as they go down the garbage chute. Then the mom pulls a gun and she's like, "No, this is my money. I told you this is gonna be my last job." And when I said my last job with you, son. And um, so everybody's betraying everyone. I mean, who didn't see this coming? And she shoots she shoots Marcus. So he's down on the ground. Then she gets in the car and escapes, runs over Marcus, and then goes to what is known as SantaCon. And SantaCon is basically a bunch of people that dress up as Santa, and they're just dancing. And so, because she's in a Santa costume, she blends in really well. She even has a ticket for it, and she's going to use that to escape from the police and go to the subway and have her money, which is actually only $600,000, but it's still a lot of money. So that's great. Then we get a scene when everybody's chasing everyone. Um, uh, Willie catches up to his mom, and he's like, "Oh, you're not gonna shoot me. I'm your son." And she's like, "Think again." And she shoots him after she was a dumbass trying to get the money, and the money like splattered everywhere, and it was raining money. Thurman Merman comes at the last second to actually take the bullet for Willie, but he gets shot in the butt, so it's okay. And then what happens? Um, Mom goes to jail because the cops come. Uh, Willie's free because he ratted on his mom. Again, who saw that coming? Um, Thurman gets a bunch of gifts from Santa, which is actually Willie. He threw a lot of random stuff. One was like a half-eaten um, candy cane. One was a used Band-Aid. I think there was a rubber band in there. Bunch of like maybe I think there was like a nail or something. Um, bunch of random stuff that he got for Christmas. So that's great. And Thurman leaves out whiskey and cookies for Santa and for his Santa's sister. Wait, not his sister. Mrs. Claus's sister or something. That's what it is. Um, So that's really cute. But and then we get the ending where he's just like, man, everybody gets a gift. He's like a janitor or something because he loses everything. Everybody gets a gift, and I'm gonna use this gift for one thing. And he goes into where Marcus is, and Marcus can't move. He's still alive, but he's like a machine is breathing, but he can still like see things. And nice. And he takes a pillow and he's gonna like pretend to like kill Marcus, but he doesn't do that. He just pulls out his balls and teabags Marcus, and we get a whole montage of teabagging shots for the end of the movie. Which this movie wasn't that great. It's about it's an average movie, like a 3.1. You know.
Yep.
Um, Nothing special about it. Only it would if you this is the first one you saw of the two Bad Santas, you would be like, why would I want to watch Bad Santa? It sounds stupid. Um, they they took what would you rate it?
About the same.
3.3 or 3.1 is
Yep.
just average. It's just a little over average because of Thurman. Um,
Yeah.
at max 3.3, but 3.1. We'll stick at 3.1 too, um, which is a 5K in miles, in kilometers. A lot of it felt rushed. A lot of it felt copycat-y. Um, a lot of it was like forced. It felt like the scenes were like flowing too well. There was not a whole lot of. Uh, Usually, you want your characters to have hurdles to go through, and he was having like a dilemma with like talking to his mom again, but because she betrayed him at the end again, he didn't learn anything. I don't think any I don't think anybody learned anything at all. Um, and even with the raunchy scenes, they weren't very raunchy like in the first one. It was more intimate in the first one, and it was those scenes were slowly built to get a taste of what's there. Like the first one, you have um, the idiot mall manager, and you have a reason why Marcus and Willie are stealing stuff. But in this one, it just feels like, okay, yeah, you're a bum idiot again, and yeah, you have Thurman coming around every so often, but um, it it just it didn't feel like any motivation for him to like even go to Chicago. It's just like, oh, randomly, here's the thing, go to Chicago, meet your mom, fuck this chick, and let's try to be raunchy and yell at kids again like we did in the first one. It was just like a copy paste movie. So 3.1.
Which a lot of comedy movie sequels usually are just copy and paste of the
Yeah,
original.
I think if they added some growth to Willie's character, like it's like he's been doing the same thing for what X amount of years, and it's just like, really, you've been doing the same thing even after you met Thurman, who changed your life, kind of thing. Uh, it just doesn't make any sense. Um, I wish they talked about the dad more, his dad, and what he used to do. They kind of did that with the shit stick thing, but that was pretty much it. Um, and I have trouble with this, and like with my characters with D&D, and trying to. It's like, how do you add more depth, more onion layers to a character? I still don't know how that works, but people do that, um, and like watching One Piece, you see a growth and depth to the characters that we've known for a long time. Yes, they do kind of the same things, but when they act with different other characters, you see how they react to it, and that's just like an Inception thing. It's just like an in-depth detail with it, and an in-depth detail with it, and an in-depth detail, and that kind of stuff fascinates me. But my brain, because I'm so left brain oriented, my right brain doesn't have a lot of creativity, and I like watching other people do it, but I'm trying to do it myself, and it's definitely hard, and it makes me appreciate the people who can do it very well. It gives me a better understanding. What about you? Did you like that philosophical rant?
Sure.
If you guys like philosophical rants, I got many more based off of what is happening, what is going on currently in my life. Building and growing, we all do it. And if you can do it with a fictional character, you're a master at your craft. Um, First one was great. Second one, yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching. I am Ski Nerd. Over there is.
The best Santa gift ever, whiskey and cookies.
Yes, that's his name now. Merry Christmas. Um,
Uh, Join us Christmas Day night for our One Piece review.
Day
Doing
at
this
night.
the second half, the second third of Thriller Bark.
Oh yeah, I gotta watch that.
We'll go live between 10:30 and 11.
I think I'll stay home for that.
I
It's like, yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah, because
It's way too late.
and I'm gonna be probably barely awake, which he'll probably be doing most of the talking because I'm working a 12-hour day.
How dare you? Come on, Mike Evans, do something. You only have 69 yards?
Once if
Nice.
we can convince Molecat to join, then they'll do a second person talking. Or Elusive.
Yep.
And then join us Thursday for our Basement Dwellers podcast.
Yeah.
And
Just checking my fantasy stuff. No big deal, guys.
beginning of the new year, we will start anime D&D.
Anime D&D. We got more Pokemon D&D to go through. We got the remainder of the fighting group slash role playing group. We're gonna finally combine that together and end it. Um, then we got more movies to review. We got more One Piece to review. If you guys like it, leave a like, leave a comment, and movies that you want us to watch. Like if you guys, we haven't had one yet. Our friends give us stuff to review and see your reactions and stuff. But if we get one in the comment, that would be cool too. You can be the dumbest movie ever, and we'll suffer through it. We don't care. I just crapped my pants and it smells bad. What should I do? Well, Moon Pie, first of all, I suggest you take off your pants. Scrape that shit up, put it in a bowl. You got a meal there, buddy. And if it smells too bad, well, you know that it's working. You just gotta pour a little whiskey in there. Um, I mean, you could put it in the freezer and freeze it, then when it's frozen, wait about 8 hours, cut it up, and then eat it. And then you got a frosty turd with whiskey. So the drunkenness or the alcohol will soften the taste of said shit in your pants. Ooh, you might get some fibers from your pants though. That's like spice. That's a pretty good idea. Yeah, you're welcome, Moon Pie. Absolutely. Um, it smells bad, but maybe a little lemon pledge to put on top of it if it smells too bad. I mean, I don't. It depends on what you've been eating too. If you've been eating Taco Bell, well, good luck. I don't know if we can save that one. But if you've been eating, just like asparagus or maybe a bunch of dates, you got a high fiber diet. I don't know. It depends how it's gonna smell and stuff. Like you could put a Pepto in there. I don't know. Say
First one was good, this one was bad.
yes, absolutely. Um, yeah, we gave it. I don't know if you guys been looking long. But
Oh, that was
3.1.
Mike.
Oh, that's okay. Not Moon Pie. Thanks, Moon Pie. Appreciate your question. If you have any other questions, we'll be happy to answer it. And these are things that we've actually done in life, so we are very intelligent and wise people. So, have a question, we'll give you the solution. That's our guarantee.
Hey, back to our schedule.
Oh yeah.
With Anime D&D, we are going to do 2 different campaigns. I'll be running one, and then one of the players on my campaign will be running one himself, where Ski Nerd and I will be playing in, and I will stream it on my channel, both of them.
Yep. So if you guys are interested in that, you can leave a like, I guess, comment, and be like, hey, I want to watch this or whatever. But what we need to do is have like a post on our YouTube of the schedule of what days or what, and they will be live, but then we do have a graceful editor that helps us edit the videos, and you can watch them afterwards, and they will be edited. Hopefully, the swear words will be bleeped out with Pokemon sounds. I doubt it though because people like swearing. Um, but definitely the downtimes. We should also put like pictures on there as we're playing and maps, possibly if we have that technology yet.
Yeah, our editor has something to give me for that.
I can do a ski nerd. Yeah.
No, you can do it. You.
Oh, One Piece. He wants me to do One Piece. Yeah, we're at 300 and something. That's
300.
that's only like a fourth
The,
of the whole thing.
this third of the season ends at 367.
Jesus Christ. I'm also trying to watch. Oh, by the way, the review is done. So if you don't want to stay here for anything, this is just after party.
And also,
Not Diddy. Well, we should maybe we shouldn't say after party because that's more Diddy related. So we'll just say the after program chat.
and also our next movie is my choice, and it'll probably be Crazy House.
Crazy House. Where's all crazy? Oh, and then the one after that. It's called. I believe it's called Dark City. It's a sci-fi movie that I saw on YouTube, and they were like promoting. They're like, "Oh, this is really good. It's like The Matrix. Like The Matrix overshadowed this movie, and it's supposed to be like really good."
Crazy House starring Nick Frost, Kevin Connolly, Alicia Silverstone, Gate Jansen. About in the 90s, a religious homemaker, Bernie, and his family suddenly discover the workmen in his house are Russian criminals prepared to tear the house apart looking for loot. And this is his next choice. Mike wants us to do City of Violence.
View the movie City of Violence. Okay. I wonder if Moonpie's still there. Moonpie, you're such a great person. I'm just saying that I loved your question. I loved answering it. So if you or anyone else has a question, we should do like for a stream. We should do like a question of the day, and we'll give you our insights. Ooh, I could get like one of those like bubble pipe things and just like bubble it and be like, it's time to answer your question.
Please comment. Question of the day. If you do, before each stream, you'll look at the previous stream for a question.
Yeah, you will look if we get multiple ones. You'll pick the best one, and give it to me, and live. I will be able to answer your question, and I will do it.
Or if you're watching,
Do it tax free.
if you happen to be here live, you can ask a question and we'll answer it.
Yep, but just one, maybe two if we're feeling it, but just one. Anyways, should we end it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for watching.
Happy holidays.
Yes. Enjoy the last week of 2024. Well,
Week and a half.
9 days, 8 days. I don't know. 25th.
9 days or
Yeah. The last week plus eight
week
8
and
days
two
plus whatever remaining of this day.
last week and 2 days.
Yes.
9 days and
Okay.
8 days and
Bruh, we need to stop.
an hour.
Nobody cares anymore.
And 23 minutes.
How long have we been going? 45 minutes? It feels like we've been going for 8 hours.
Mike said Jesus H. Christ on a motorbike.
Is that like the pointing Jesus? What's that one from the
Buddy Christ.
Buddy